power of the Duke, sometimes the distances felt like an eternity. At this point, I think Andhra Pradesh's border was very close by. Long distance touring requires a lot of patience and dedication. This is not everybody's cup of tea, that's for sure. Motorcycle touring can be a very technical game. Riding long distances means you have to take care of your navigation, you need to wear the right gear, you need to think about the schedule, the luggage, the tools and spares that you'll be carrying. If the bike has to be in good condition, you need to do regular checkups. You have to think about the budget. There's so many things that go into making such a trip possible. +800 kilometer look. Yeah, it was pretty damn tiring. I reached Vizag at around 8 o'clock. This is the room for tonight. Abhaya Hotel, some Telugu songs to add to the flavor of Vizag, Visakhapatnam. What an awesome ride it has been. Next stop, Hyderabad, and then after that, Pune. I quickly freshened up and then went out to have dinner. So I'm at this restaurant called Masaledar Desi Rasoi. I've ordered for some paneer paratha. Let's see how it tastes. Yeah, dahi. So this is the second last day of the ride. I'll be riding from Vizag to Hyderabad today. Total distance is 650 kilometers. The roads should be good. I'm expecting the roads to be fine. I'm going to cruise at 100 kilometers per hour because I don't feel the need to go faster. The bags are loaded. Just have to carry everything to the lift and then start riding. This is the first time ever I'm seeing the Bay of Bengal. I've ridden all the way from the west of India to the east coast. What a special feeling. Beautiful place. The sunrise. What a special feeling to ride all the way to the east coast. It has been a dream ride. Now it's time to head back to Pune. Beautiful. Vizag. Awesome. Alright, now let's start riding and reach Hyderabad. Lots of tea houses and dhabas every few kilometers. Plenty of private cars and buses on the road. The spirit was high and I was ready to cover the distance. I was having the best time ever, even though I was out on the road for so many days. I felt incredibly lucky that I was doing what I was. Out on the highway, go as far as you can, go as fast as you can, although I never recommend overspeeding. Along this route, it was all about coconut tree plantations. They just look stunning in the sunlight. This beautiful highway that goes all the way to Chennai is a biker's paradise. Anybody who loves riding should definitely come here once. I don't know what I was doing here, but I was in a happy mood. My motorcycle is my happy place. but I got a feeling this Volvo guy was trying to race with me. He was easily going over 120 kilometers per hour. And I was finding it difficult to overtake him because of the traffic on the road, and of course, he was going really fast. Okay, it was time to overtake this guy. So many people tried to race with the Duke 390. Sometimes they just wanted to catch up to see which bike it was. But even the big German cars couldn't catch up. Whenever someone used to try to race with me, I used to quickly increase the distance between them and I, because frankly slowing down was of no use because they would slow down too. I was really enjoying this highway. Just the right amount of traffic, excellent infrastructure, lots of places to stop and take a break. Just look at that glistening blue water. This was one very, very long bridge.
भैया विजयवाड़ा
Here you can see how quickly the KTM can reach highway cruising speeds. The weather was just perfect up till now, but it was starting to get hot. Just when I thought it couldn't be a more perfect day of riding, Google Maps decided to take me away from the main highway because a lot of it was under construction, and instead take me over this 2-lane road which was in a miserable shape. These 2-lane roads can be really tiring because you have to keep a watch on the oncoming traffic. I had planned to eat lunch at Vijayawada and then keep moving towards Hyderabad. Sometimes it really gets difficult to rely on Google Maps because in order to give you the shortest route, it makes you go over some really bad roads. The most frustrating part, Google Maps made me get off the main highway only to save about 5 or 10 minutes, but made me go over all those bad roads only to reconnect me to the same highway later. You might be thinking why I was zipping past hundreds of kilometers of highways without stopping by to have a look at the local attractions. Frankly, I didn't have too much time because I had work commitments. But the time I had on my motorcycle on the highway was just amazing. I love motorcycling, but it's really not as easy as it looks. Trust me, you have to be a bit crazy to do these things. Now the highway was getting quite boring because there was nothing much to see around and it was getting very hot. After a long day of riding, I was greeted by a beautiful sunset some kilometers before Hyderabad. I checked into the hotel and then stepped out for some dinner. For starters, I had one of the best masala dosas I've ever had. It was just mind-blowing. Then I did a quick Google search of what was around and I went hunting for a cafe. Hyderabad has plenty of them. So I ended up having my favorite mac and cheese at this nice cafe at Banjara Hills. Man, I wish I could stay back for at least 2 days in every city that I was passing through. This is the last leg of the journey. Today's distance between Hyderabad to Pune is about 560 kilometers. So I should take about 12 hours, maybe even earlier than that, but I'm not in a mood to go really fast or something. I'm just going to cruise and reach home safely. Yeah, going to enjoy the ride. So see you on the road.